Oh shit.
He was like,
Well, hello.
As soon as we walk in.
This is a little different. We're gonna show you some footage here real quick. We decided to keep it, not the greatest audio of all time, but we're gonna roll this. The guys got back in the R-44 yesterday, late in the day, after 17 hours in the R-44 in 2 days. And it was weird because their energy, well, you thought would have been like, woohoo, but they were so drained and tired, not even funny. So we're gonna show you that clip, and what else are we gonna show them? Step 4, is that going in? So we're gonna let you see what little debrief from two guys going from Las Vegas to Indiana, 2 days, 17 hours of flying. We'll roll the video.
So what's it like getting in a helicopter on Tuesday morning in Las Vegas and by supper Wednesday or whatever? Wednesday you left Las Vegas at what time in the morning?
7:30?
7:30 in the morning on Vegas yesterday, Wednesday. It's Thursday evening and you guys have just drove here and it's 6:30. How did you get from Las Vegas to Indiana in 2 days?
A helicopter.
Helicopter.
And good tailwinds.
Why did it take 3 days the first time?
Weather.
Well, yeah, weather. In our
Weather
no-go
in
weather.
Albuquerque.
Yeah.
And we went to south. About
yeah.
to Mexico.
We had wind, or what was it, rain and low ceilings and stuff like that in St. Louis. And we ended up having to stay there because we didn't want to chance it.
Yeah, we only flew 3 hours the first
day.
when we left here.
So we were discussing earlier, Hauser and I've never done it in 30 years. You've done it. Hauser's been flying 20 some. We never went from Vegas to Indiana or anywhere out Southwest. So what's it like?
It was a very cool experience. The mountains are a different animal for sure, just with, setting up landings and just with the power in the helicopter, with the altitude, and we actually got a altimeter of over 10,000 feet. We got a picture of that, so I hadn't seen that.
Was it 10,000 to get over something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to climb, well, to go over the Grand Canyon, we had to be, one sector we had to be above 9,999, so we went to 10-1.
So you can't even really get down and get a good look.
Not really. There was a couple spots. It was just one sector. Another sector we got down to, 8,000? Yeah. And then when we got out and when we went over Horseshoe Bend, we were able to get down to like 500 feet. So
Still some awesome views.
So when you guys went down, it was about 20 hours of flight time to get to Vegas from Indiana. What was it this time coming back?
I've not added it all up
Yeah.
yet. I think it's going to be less.
yeah, probably less because obviously yesterday we had some pretty good tailwinds. And then today, after our, that second fuel stop, we had 20, 30 knot tailwinds.
Yeah.
So it started kicking up in Illinois, which was nice.
What was your best ground speed?
Yesterday, I think we had 140?
We had 140.
Ooh, 140. That's why you guys got here today.
Yeah.
Yeah, 110. Yeah, about a 30 knot tailwind.
Yeah.
We were booking.
So how many fuel stops total?
We did 2 today, and we did 5 yesterday?
5 yesterday.
Is that right? Yeah,
I think
7.
so. I think
7.
that's-
So today you only did 2. And so were you flying like almost 3 hours for each stop?
2.
Yeah, a
About
little
2
less.
hours.
So you guys were, okay, so you stopped in Kansas, right, overnight?
Staying in Wichita last night.
So you flew farther yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And we had about 5-6 hours a night
Yeah.
last night.
So you flew a bunch of the night last night.
Yeah.
So the invaluable night that's so hard to get, you now have it.
Yeah, got a lot of it.
You probably got what you needed for your commercial.
Yeah, we did Foggles coming out today too for a little over 2 hours. So.
Yeah.
How much total foggle time? 2 hours?
About 2 hours. Yeah, we did it today. He did the night yesterday and Foggles today.
I sleep good tonight.
I mean, I can tell the energy's pretty low.
Yeah,
Yesterday was a long day.
Yeah.
We got into
Yesterday kicked
Wichita
our
about
tail.
midnight, 12:30, something like that. So by the time we got to the hotel and got the room and finally got to bed, I think it was probably closer to 1:30.
Yeah.
So.
And then we were up at 7.
Yeah, we ate there, and
Yeah.
I think we actually took off this morning around.
And we didn't really
8:30.
like rush it this morning either. I mean, we just.
But we
kinda-
knew it was only gonna be like 5 hours, so
I thought for sure it would be dark, it'd be late before you guys got here.
that's what we thought too. But if we hadn't made it to Wichita yesterday, it would have definitely, we would have added another 2 hours to today.
But this trip out from Vegas to here is definitely the way to do it versus what we did. Yeah, we were exhausted when we got to Vegas, just with that third day and
all the weather. And,
arriving at night in the mountains.
Yeah.
So the R-44 left here beginning of November. It's now end of February. You did a 100-hour on it. Other than that, you didn't call me or text me about any kind of problems. So how has that R-44 performed since it left 4 months ago?
Beast. I love that thing. It's great.
Hasn't broken down?
No, it's great.
Hasn't failed to start?
No.
Say it out loud. I need some wood, and that's not real wood, but like, so just perform. Just every time you flew it, it flew.
Never had any issues with it. It was great. It is awesome.
It's fun.
So it's a somewhat of a testament with, the R-44 now has 350 some hours. We got it with 0, or 4 hours when we picked it up, when Heather and I got it, a year and a half ago, going on 2 years. Been through an overspeed, which was my fault. So I had a couple cylinder problems.
They're good now. Good compressions last week. I'm sure he's going to have good compressions when he does it tomorrow.
Which they dropped it in Rochester at our maintenance guy, who's now going to do an annual. That's what we were concerned about, was 300 hours, a couple cylinders were bad. So what's going to happen to the other cylinders? But now you've done the 100-hour, you checked the compression. You've been flying in mountainous areas, higher elevations. When I was there with you, we were out there 3,000 or 4,000 feet, and it was working pretty hard. It's kind of a testament to the Robinson helicopter, I would say.
The 44 is a great helicopter. Yeah, I like it.
And ours specifically.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
It's a smooth flying.
I've flown dozens of R-44s. This one's a really good one. I like it.
As much as I like the instrument and flew it for years, can I imagine flying 4 months and not having to do anything to it? This doesn't seem like that happened, right? Like, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're gonna go. You guys got the energy for supper?
Yeah. We're hungry. We didn't really have lunch.
No, we had some granola bars, Pringles.
Pringles. We ate a lot of Pringles.
And you've been with us to Rex's, right?
Yeah, last time we were here.
Yeah.
We're gonna get ready to go have supper and go to Rex's, or maybe both. Maybe we'll have supper at Rex's. Open mic night. We got drivers. We'll figure out who's staying, what we want to do.
What is the number one, just hands down, like, this is the freaking coolest?
I think the mountains.
Yeah.
The mountains for me, and seeing the Grand Canyon and just, seeing Vegas and then the mountain training, just can't get that.
So did you guys get your whole 10 hours into the mountain time before you left?
I think we almost
close.
did like 8.7 or 8.9. Yeah. So we did.
Just about, yeah.
We did a lot.
And
So we
Jason,
did.
on number one, the helicopter's got 350 hours on it. We'll say 100 of those are Jason's now.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's
All right, well, they're hungry, they're tired. It's been a long week, so
yeah.
we don't know where this video's going, but whatever. Put a comment below. We're back to 7 steps for private pilot. Let's review. Number 1, get that introductory flight. Just get it and go do it. Number 2, chart your course and figure out what study resources you are going to start using. At least get the helicopter flying handbook on the way. Start looking through that. And then as you move forward, start working on getting that FAA written test done. The sooner you get that thing done out of the way, the better off you're going to be, and you're going to save time and you're going to save money. Next, as you're doing your dual, you've got your flight school picked, you're doing all this, you got the written done, or during about the same time, build your hours, complete your FAA aeronautical requirements. And we failed to mention this back in video 2, This is one of the study resources you're gonna need to have. So this is the FAR AIM. You can use electronic version if you like. I still like the paper. I use both. Part 61. Part 61 is how we get our license. So this is where we're gonna go to look for the aeronautical requirements. I have everybody highlight these. Part 43, that's for maintenance. Part 61 is how you get your license. Part 67 is for medical standards. Part 91, general operating and flight rules, NTSB 830. You should have all those highlighted because most of the things you're gonna look up in this book are right there, so highlight those. Getting the aeronautical requirements done. Again, this is something else. Somebody shows up or they call and, hey, I wanna do my check ride. Like we have a guy now who is close. He's got maybe 60, 70 hours, still needs his written test. No, I think the written test is done. Written test is done, but he still has some requirements to do. And he talked about coming up early so we could do those before the final approach course. I'm not sure if he's got those done yet, but at this point where he's that close, he has the written test done, he's been studying, he's ready, he wants to schedule his test, but think about it, he's still got a night requirement to finish or something to finish. So you want to get these requirements done as soon as possible as well. As you're working through the training, you're getting your dual, you're getting your solo, your instructor should have a plan for covering. A lot of these requirements should be covered prior to solo in all reality, because part of the cross country is for an instructor to go with you on a certain route and get you prepared to do cross countries. You want to go to part 61, 109, and this is something all the time people will say, well, hey, what do I need for this rating? Or what do I need for that rating? And a lot of times it's add-on pilots. And they'll be going, well, how many hours do I need? And a lot of us that are instructors go, well, you're a rated pilot. You ought to know how to look in under part 61 and look and see what the requirements are. In here, under 61, 109, aeronautical experience, you go to for a helicopter rating, and it'll explain 40 hours total for the initial, 20 a dual. And it's gonna go right down through and list your cross-country requirements, your solo requirements, your night stuff. It's only about a paragraph or 3 or 4 paragraphs. It only starts there and goes to there. So it's very easy for you to look up. So you could even push your instructor a little bit. Let's be honest here. There are a lot of flight schools out there that are doing great and working with you and making sure your training is going along a good path. And this morning, Lindsay asked me like, well, how is it that people end up with requirements aren't done or the written test isn't done? Is that on the instructor or the student? And I'm like, not really. That should be on your flight school and your instructor. They should have a nice plan for you to get your rating and take care of all these things. However, if you're at one of those schools where they're just flying the hell out of you, running up their time, they don't seem to care about your rating, you could pull this over on your instructor and say, hey, I still need this, I still need this, I want to get these things done. In your plan of going through 7 steps in order to make this thing go and make the best use of your time and your money, make sure early on as you're doing your dual, you come up with a plan with your instructor. Your instructor should be doing it for you, but if not, push them. Hey, what's the plan? How are we gonna get these requirements done? How are we getting my solo time done? And we're gonna talk about solo in the next video and give you some tips on that. Getting these requirements done, knowing how to look them up, it's very easy to check. And let me tell you this, so many times people show up, they think they're ready, and I'll even ask them on the phone or on a Zoom, you got all your requirements done? Well, yeah. I'm like, are you sure? Yep. Well, did you go through it with your instructor? Oh yeah, we went through it 3 times. They show up and guess what? We'll sit down, go through it with them. Something's still not right. Maybe the flight needed to be 2.0 and it was 1.8, or there's a sign-off missing. To get through these ratings and make it go, again, with the best use of your time and your money, make sure you're going through with a good plan and getting these requirements done as soon as you can, and make sure that they're all done. You got the right endorsements, and push your instructor if you have to. That is step number 4. Next one, solo with confidence, finish your solo time efficiently. So we're gonna go more into that in the next video as Lindsay picks up and takes away private, because because we're gonna pimp this, the maneuver guide. We have a maneuver guide we're gonna put down below for you. Again, Brian Rutledge, our operations manager, put this together. He went through the helicopter flying handbook and put together the maneuvers as per the helicopter flying handbook. You're gonna find that most everything we do in helicopters, it doesn't really matter which helicopter you fly. You might have a different airspeed, a different VNE, a little bit of technique might be a little bit different from one to the other, but in general, Helicopter flying is helicopter flying no matter what. And the helicopter flying book has laid out all of the specific maneuvers and what's acceptable to a standard for a maneuver and how they're taught. So we're gonna put a link down below for that. And since she took that away from me, we'll put a link down below for Private Pilot 101. Again, geared for beginners. It's gonna help you save time and money through my headache and heartache. That's what a lot of this book has in it, is things I've seen, either I made the mistakes or students we've seen made the mistakes. We're gonna help you avoid those with this helicopter training blueprint, Private Pilot 101. I can't say private pilot. Put that link down below as well. So do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, trying to get to 50,000 subscribers. It don't take much, it doesn't cost you anything. A little subscribe and notification bell, and you'll get notified for the other steps coming up. So we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.
When you feel the pressure to fly, but know the right decision is to stay on the ground, hit the hogs no-go and live to fly another day. Helicopterground.com